Now let me take you on a journey. You stand before the Angel of Time, a beautiful, full-bodied woman draped behind a thin veil of heavenly cloth, a chain belt with an ever-running hourglass around her hips, and wings of radiant light gloriously shining betwixt her shoulder blades. You were given an option. Return to level 1 to retain your prizes, or proceed without power, prizes, or progression to get double the points instead. Now, you had brought up a poll, and so we polled on both YouTube and Spotify, and we got one vote. Now, I worded it specifically to go in one direction, but they chose yes at one of the only vote. 100% of participants voted to take the offering given from the angel and replay level 1. So, if it were not for the poll, I would tell you to choose wisely, but am I to assume you're choosing to go and replay level 1?
I put it in the audience's hands, or hand in this case, and we are going with what they chose.
They probably have to. I mean,
Okay.
Not necessarily, but maybe. Okay. So here we go. This will be a fun, easy adventure. In tradition of the game, Kevin, what is your favorite trading card game?
I might be remiss if I don't mention Magic the Gathering.
Well, with Magic of Gathering as your answer, you are filled with infinite vigor. So, you suddenly awake in the middle of a jungle covered in sweat. You hear crashing waves. You feel the rumbling of the ground beneath your feet. As hissing vents release putrid, rotten-smelling, musky air, you begin to sprint, filled with this limitless vigor. You leap around the obstacles and heavy foliage on the jungle floor. Spider monkeys scatter as you spook them from snacking on grubs beneath a log. Frogs dart about. Insects aplenty spectate you from their various vantage points. They see you arrive in a clearing, and you see a red glowing apple hanging from a vine. It looks as if the stem is going to break. As it begins to spin, you have a choice. Will you take the apple from the vine?
I will take the apple from the vine.
And so, you acquire one apple of replenishment. You spring back into the heart of the jungle, overflowing still with an unnatural sense of urgency and vigor for something you aren't sure what. A large rustling in the jungle grabs your attention as you plant your feet, breaking with a stylish slide. You hesitate with a pause in front of this rustling bush, realizing you will now face whatever beast hides behind the leafy camouflage. But before you can react, a small crow emerges. With tattered feathers, a body lacking hardly any meat on its bones, and eyes filled with unmistakable determination. The crow looks around for something. The poor old weathered bird takes a meek step forward, waning as its eyes fixate upon the glowing apple in your hand. What item will you offer the crow?
Well, once again, I'm stuck with a very difficult decision, and only one way out, so I will gladly pass my apple to that crow.
The crow ravenously pecks at the magical apple of replenishment, and with every peck, the old warrior seems to gain strength. You have unlocked a companion, Odin the Warrior Crow, and you ascend to power level 2. Now, for ascending to power level 2, you have now unlocked the second part of your PSA slabs, a Vega the Watcher PSA 10 art series card. Now, I think you were there when we got these, but this is now a duplicate. You now have 2 PSA slabs as part of your prizes earned for level 1 here. As we progress, Odin flies into the open air, cawing at you as if to say, "Follow me." You exit through the brush into a clearing, and as you look for the majestic Odin, your gaze finds him in front of a remarkable sight, a smoldering, smoking, active volcano. You instinctively continue to follow the path into an open mine shaft, your feet moving before your mind does, Odin flying closely behind you. You have now entered level 2, the mine shaft. Little do you know or recollect, but the beautiful angel of time is smiling upon you. For acquiring all of the available power, you have also gained an unopened pack. I believe it's 2019, a Japanese Magic the Gathering War of the Spark. So that will be added for completing level 1. And thus concludes level 1, the Volcano, and today's segment of Sejm's Murder.